Hey guys, I was just reading a little something and then something popped up about the Doomsday Clock. And we're at 100 seconds until midnight. What the Doomsday Clock is, it's actually a group of scientists come together and they analyze like how close we are to destroying ourselves. How close is the world to destruction? And so they come together and it's been like hours, minutes before. It's never been in the seconds. Now the doomsday clock is 100 seconds till midnight. Midnight is supposed to be when the earth is completely doomed and everything fails. So anyway, so it's basically it's just talk. It's talk about like how can I explain this? Um, the talk is when it gets to midnight, then okay, then that's the end of it for us, you know. If you hear the stories about like the Atlanteans and the Lumerians, they just ooh, I look really ashy. The Atlanteans and the Lumerians, and they destroyed themselves with so much knowledge and wisdom and all the stuff that they were trying, not wisdom. I don't know, I wouldn't call it wisdom, but they were like going so far forward that they destroyed themselves, right? Okay, so anyways, so that's basically like, I hope that sums it up for the doomsday clock for some of y'all. But check this out. um Big Judah talked a little bit about this last night, and I left a comment. I don't know if any of y'all seen it, but I pay attention to headlines. I've been watching headlines for a while now because I know that it's talking about something. It's obvious they're sending messages to each other through the headlines, through the codes. We know about gematria. And just because you learn how to break their code does not mean that you're using it. That's dumb, but with gematria, it helps you to learn what they're talking about. But even without using gematria, you can just read the headlines and you know that, hey, they said this before and this happened. Or you know that they mean something when they're talking about this. Or why is it that they always have to use these numbers, right? And so there's things like when they mention like the set of 747 Boeing, that I have a feeling when they talk about that, they're talking about another psyop, that the planet is psyop. Jeopardy, that's been coming up a lot lately. Who cares about Jeopardy? Nobody cares, but they're bringing that up because that shows that they're up to something. It's code for something. They're doing something. So when you read these headlines, you're going to start to see that they're communicating, especially when you see these numbers. Think about it. They will show you the most stupidest article, like, man in Arlington stubbed his toe today. Who really cares about that? Nobody cares. Well, when you actually open up the article and read it, it's going to have like a bunch of numbers and stuff because that's where the code is. So, anyways, and this is stuff that I just started doing on my own, just paying attention to on my own since I was young. And gematria, that's something, I don't know if maybe I read it in one of those books that I wasn't supposed to read when I was a kid. My mom's father, he was a mason, and so there was some books I wasn't supposed to read in an old dresser, but I always would sneak in there, and why don't they want me to read it? And so it made me want to read it even more. But I don't know if maybe I read one of the books and I got this knowledge, or if I just started doing this on my own. But gematria, I used to make codes, and that way I could like write like a list of what I was gonna do, like make my list for the day, and I would write it in code with the numbers so that my brothers couldn't read what get into my business. Uh-oh. Chickens are going crazy. Hold on. anyways, I think my son just scared him. But sorry about that. Anyways, I was looking at the headlines. I'm sorry, I'm rambling a lot, and I'm just like not all the way there. I wasn't expecting to make a video, but I was like, I'm just gonna shoot this real quick. Anyways, I was reading the headlines, and this was like a while back, obviously, at the end of December, because I remember reading on the headlines, and one of them was like Trump was waiting for North Korea's Christmas gift, and they put Christmas gift in parentheses. So that's how you know that that was code. And so the okay, Christmas gift. What is he expecting? Well, he's expecting North Korea to do something for him, right? And so they said some. I looked it up again another time, and it said something about North Korea never sent their Christmas gift or something like that. So in other words, what is that telling you? That North Korea never did what they were supposed to do, right? Next thing you know, Kim Jong Un comes out twice to like he came out on a white horse one time, and then he came out again to like make sure, and that was the headlines to make sure that you knew that he did his part. The pale horse is what you could look up in Revelations or Ezekiel. Is it Ezekiel? Or yeah, it's Ezekiel, right? And you could look it up. And the pale horse is what? The pale horse is the one with the death, the horse, the rider of death, right? And so anyways, he comes out on the pale horse. Okay, well, what do we know about the pale horse? When somebody's on a pale horse, then they just sent out death to someone, right? Just like you see a lot of people, let's see, there was that Nipsey Hussle. His wife or girlfriend, baby mama, whatever she is, she came out on a pale horse. That shows that, hey, I just did my part. I did my hit on somebody. So give me mine. That's basically what they're saying. I did my part. And so North Korea, Kim Jong Un comes out on that pale horse. So it's obvious what that equals. Put it together. Common sense. We've already seen this play out before. And so I'm just waiting. Well, I wonder what he did. Well, did North Korea send out a rocket? Did they do something? What did they do? So next thing you know, you hear them talk about coronavirus. I knew right away. That's it. That's what it was. He sent out a virus, a plague in China. Why China? They're having all these beefs with China. The U.S. doesn't want to pay China the debts that they owe them. It's many different things. So it's easier just to put a plague. You know what I mean? And so Trump had Kim Jong Un put out a plague in China. That's what that was. That's what that was all about. So coronavirus, come on, we hear about stuff like that in movies. I know when I was young, I was never really into watching movies, but I'd walk in a room, I hear a little bit about it, see here and there, and so you hear about these stupid viruses in these virus movies, and does that not sound like one of the viruses in one of these virus movies, where all these plagues spread? And so you just put it all together. It's pretty darn obvious. And so that virus has been spread, that vial has been spread. And don't forget, we already got the fires that are being spread everywhere. Just as it has been told, just as scripture has told. So the fires are everywhere. And it doesn't matter. The government can be doing it. It doesn't matter. Nothing happens but by the hand of the Most High. So even if the government's doing it, if they have some machines and they're forcing the weather to do this, it doesn't matter. Good and bad can only happen by the hands of the Most High. So don't forget that. So the fires are already spreading across the earth. I don't know if y'all seen it, said that like a fire actually went across the ocean from Australia to South America. It went across the ocean, and they showed like some type of like a satellite graph where you could see it going across the ocean. How could fire travel across water? I don't know what that's all about. But anyways, yeah, it's the vials being poured out. So we got to be expecting the plague will be coming. It's already here in America. And at first they're like, oh, it's just symptoms of pneumonia, and it's not of concern. Only 12 people got. Oh, if 12 people got it, you wouldn't even hear about it in the news. Come on, 40 people get sick, you don't hear about it. They knew something was up. And if they're saying like one person died, darn well it's already been like 100 or 1,000. We know these people are liars. You can't trust them, and they don't tell you the truth. We know that they're gonna just tell you a sample of it. Then you hear on another headline where they're talking about the deadly coronavirus. Oh, now it's deadly? I thought it was just like respiratory symptoms. And now they're talking about how they're scanning people at airports for this virus. Why would you scan people at airports? It's just what? Something respiratory, It's just like pneumonia. Why would you scan people at an airport for it? You know what I mean? And now they're talking about somebody in the US got it. Well, can y'all put all that together? They've been trying and trying, and the doomsday clock is they really feel that we're basically going to doom ourselves. So we've already know if you read the read about the Georgia Guidestones. The population has to be at a certain amount. And so they feel, these elites feel that they are doing the honorable thing by keeping the numbers down because it's better for everybody else. They really feel that they're being, they're looking out for the better of humanity. That there's people that don't deserve to live because they're just low lives and that they actually just harm the living of everybody else. You know what I mean? And so, you know what? This doomsday clock is turns up. They done got this disease spreading everywhere. So let's just see, now they're gonna look at it as those that make it are the ones, that got lucky that it should have made it. The ones that die from it are the ones that should have died. So I don't know. Y'all could piece that together. I just wanted to put this out there and see what y'all think about it. Fill me in. Let me know what y'all been reading, what y'all heard about this, and what do you think? What are your thoughts on this?